everybody, Livingston here. Today we're jumping into a 1954 classic, a Christmas classic, White Christmas, starring Bing Crosby, Danny Kaye, Rosemary Clooney, and Vera-Ellen. I've never sat down and watched this movie before. It's kind of crazy that this is actually the first time in the many decades that I've been around, and I've always seen it in people's collections, going through VHS collections that my uncle used to have. I would kind of go through and peruse and always bypass White Christmas because it was an older movie. I didn't want to sit down and watch it for some reason because it was old. Ugh, you know, who wants to watch an old movie? But older I get, the more I'm into them. So go figure. Filmed in Technicolor, White Christmas features the songs of Irving Berlin, including a new version of the title song White Christmas introduced by Crosby in the 1942 film Holiday Inn. Produced and distributed by Paramount Pictures, the film is notable for being the first to be released in VistaVision, a widescreen process developed by Paramount that entailed using twice the surface area of standard 35mm film. This large area negative was also used to yield finer-grained, standard-size 35mm prints. Interesting. Well, let's jump into White Christmas and see what we're getting into. Keep seeing that name Irving Berlin coming up. He was born in 1888 and died in 1989. He received the Presidential Medal of Freedom from President Gerald R. Ford in 1977. Broadcast journalist Walter Cronkite stated he helped write the story of this country, capturing the best of who we are and the dreams that shape our lives. He's famous for White Christmas, Cheek to Cheek, Alexander's Ragtime Band, A Pretty Girl is Like a Melody, Blue Skies, Easter Parade, Happy Holiday, There's No Business Like Show Business. Well, a lot of classics that I know. That's a cool set. It's definitely got to be filmed like on a soundstage.
What's this all about, Captain? These men are moving up tonight, General Waverly. They should be lined up for full inspection.
There's no Christmas in the Army, Captain. There's always a slip-up or two during a change in command. The men get a little loose.
Yeah, we all need happiness during war. Well, who cares about morale, right?
Sergeant, take the shortcut.
Yes, sir.
Keep the party going.
That's not the way back to headquarters.
Joe, you know that, and I know that.
He don't know that.
The general doesn't know it.
That sergeant will be a private in the morning.
Isn't he lucky?
What a good guy.
I'm dreaming of a white.
How come they don't write Christmas songs like this anymore?
With every Christmas card I write.
Voice is like butter, just melts over you.
Well, that just about wraps it up, fellas. Because we really had a slam-bang finish cooked up for him. He's being replaced by a new commanding general, fresh out of the Pentagon. The old man's moving toward the rear. That's a direction he's never taken in his entire life. We owe an awful lot to General Waverly. The way...
Attention? What for?
Who's responsible for holding a show in this advanced area?
Well, sir, as a matter of fact...
It was me, sir. Me, sir. It was my idea, sir. I mean that if you were in New York, sir, you'd have to pay $660.
Get to it.
This division is now under the command of General Harold G. Carlton. He'll have you standing inspection night and day. You may even learn how to march. And if you don't give him everything you've got, I may come back and fight for the enemy.
Doubtful.
Well, I guess all I can say, what a fine outfit.
He'll stay with the old man wherever he wants to stay.
What a send-off.
And we'll tell the kiddies we answer duty's call.
Get down. Shut up. Oh, it's sake of Forrest Gump for some reason.
Wherever he wants to stay.
We're still alive. Keep singing, boys.
We love him.
Well, see you later. Oh, come on, guys. Don't quit your singing. Whoa. Stunts.
You all right, David? All right, sir. It's just my arm. What do you got? Bad. Nah, it's nothing but a scratch.
Anyone die?
I just dropped by to thank you for saving my life.
Well, it was a life worth saving, sir.
What if it wasn't a life worth saving? We just would have let him die?
I've kind of written a little song, you see, and I thought perhaps when we got back to the States, when this is all over, you know.
Sure, just pick up the phone.
Yeah, Captain, I just happen to have it with me right here.
That's it? It's a duet?
Yeah, it needs two people, two dynamite entertainers.
But I work alone. I do a single. Who do you figure on for the
Me?
other hunk of...
How about me?
I do a single, you see.
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
fine.
Wouldn't want you to feel any special obligation.
Okay.
Oh, well, okay, Dynamite. We'll give it a whirl, huh?
Okay, Captain.
Good luck.
Bye.
See you later. All right, you made a promise. He's gonna remember it.
The tropical heat wave.
Boy, they skipped right over it. Went right into the actual act. Dancing circles around the old man.
Crazy words that roll along.
And we're 12 minutes into the movie. We already have a setup of what's going on with these two main characters. Sometimes it takes forever for a movie to get going. This is just jumping right in. The Florida Theater.
Singing a song. Nothing but bluebirds all day long.
Hooray!
Yeah. Hello, honey.
Hello.
Oh, Bob. You know Doris, friend of Rita's.
How do you do?
Mutual, I'm
Ooh.
sure.
A lot of charisma there, huh? Mutual, I'm sure.
And I'm afraid you can't either. We got some business to take care of.
Without so much as a kiss my foot or have an apple.
Well, that does it. That's the last time I'm going to dig up the date.
He's chewing up the scene, whoever she is.
Wallace, I think it's time you and I have a little talk.
Yeah, it's a good idea, Buster. And as long as they're wearing skirts, little mascara, and still breathing, you ran them
He wants brains, too?
Let's face it, Bob, you're a lonely, miserable man.
What?
After all, I feel a strong sense of responsibility to you.
I feel like pants have just gotten lower and lower as the decades flew by. Up past the belly button here.
You saved my life, you decided you had the right to run it. You hammered, drove, pushed, shoved, and if that wasn't enough,
Well, I don't expect any gratitude.
well, you're gonna get it. We did great, and I'm grateful.
Because you're a miserable, lonely, unhappy man. Well, then you're happy for the wrong reasons, and that's the same as being lonely and miserable, except it's worse.
I got everything in life I
Oh,
want.
sure. I'm off my nut a mile and a half.
least.
No women and children.
Except the most important thing.
What's this?
A girl.
Is this a love story, too? I like a good love story.
It's around to what's left to be gotten. What's left to be gotten won't be worth getting, whatever it is you've got left.
What?
I'll come up with it.
Say it again.
You like being Rogers and Hammerstein.
Well, it was your idea.
I want you to have 9 children.
You don't expect me to get serious with the kind of characters you and Reed have been throwing at me.
Well,
do
there've
you?
been some nice girls, too, you know.
Someday the right girl's gonna come along. And we'll have me, we'll get married, we'll settle down.
Is it Rosemary Clooney?
Well, I got a letter from Benny Haynes. They're his sisters. You remember Benny Haynes, the whole mess sergeant?
Sister Act, is it like two ladies? Two ladies they'll fall in love with? People that were on the poster?
Give me one reason, one good reason why we should spend our last 2 hours in Florida looking at the sisters of freckle-faced Haynes, the dog-faced boy.
Let's just say we're doing it for a pal in the Army, huh?
Novellos.
Hey, Novello. Good evening, Mr. Wallace. Mr. Davis.
Ridiculous. We could have been out with Doris and Rita having some laughs.
Oh, Phil, when are you gonna learn that girls like that are a dime a dozen?
It's me, Novello.
Hey, the leading ladies.
Bob Wallace and Phil Davis are out front to catch your act.
Say what?
Wallace and Davis here to see us.
Wow.
Thought that of Benny, huh? What a brother. Wonderful guy. I wonder whatever gave him the idea.
We were too shy to take advantage of an old Army friendship to call him or anything.
Judy, did you read Mother's letter this morning?
No.
No. Why?
Benny's got a job in Alaska. He's been out of the country for 3 months.
You could have written from Alaska. He might have.
Why did you write the letter?
Because it's good business. You can't leave everything up to fate. It needs a little...
Hey, he's right.
You needn't sound so patronizing.
Till someone else comes along who can do it better, Mother Hen's gonna stick pretty close to the coop.
5 minutes.
Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Haynes sisters.
Don't blow it. Well, isn't that a sweet introduction?
There were never such devoted sisters. Every little thing that we are wearing, we think and we act as one.
Do you? That's one thing about old movies. They stay on one shot for a long period of time, which I enjoy. Today, they do way more cuts. Not saying that's bad either. Just different.
Oh, they're blue. Brown. Ah, blue.
Oh, wrong girl.
Oh, yeah. Deep blue.
I think they're in love already at first sight.
Cozier, isn't it? Boy, girl, boy, girl.
And you're Mr. Wallace.
They're guilty on both counts.
How remarkable it was that Benny Haynes' sister should have eyes. That is, eyes,
Benny didn't want to take advantage of an old Army friend. You know how shy he is.
yes,
So modest and retiring.
It's a family characteristic.
I have a recent snapshot here.
Oh?
It's alfalfa. That guy had a very troubled life.
Are you interested in families or children or things like that, Miss Haynes?
Yes, I suppose so.
Oh, man.
I, for one, would like a little free advice.
Free?
Wallace, do you have any suggestions for the act? Maybe Betty's hair should go a shade darker, or...
Oh, no, I wouldn't change a thing.
But would you care to dance?
Now, promise you won't say anything important until I get back, huh?
Yeah, Alfalfa's name is Carl Switzer. Actually died in 1959, 5 years after this movie came out.
You were brought here tonight under false pretenses. Benny didn't write the letter.
What?
Yeah, she figured you'd never come to see us if we asked you, and you might if Benny did.
Well, look at that.
Haynes, surely you knew that everybody's got a little larceny operating in them. Didn't you know that?
I don't like your whole inference.
I got no squawks, no beef.
That's how it starts. Arguments. Once that starts, a fire.
Say, they're getting along just fine.
Yeah.
So quickly, too.
Isn't that nice?
I don't think it's important for us to go on arguing.
I'll drink to that.
Be my guest.
This keeps up, we'll practically be in-laws before the dance is over. It's too bad we're leaving town tonight.
But we're leaving tomorrow anyway.
Where are you going?
Vermont.
Oh.
Vermont should be beautiful this time of year. All that snow.
Oh.
We seem to be getting a little mixed up.
Maybe it's the music.
Maybe it isn't only the music.
Well, they're falling for each other quick. Where are they going? Boy, they're having a whole dance number with each other. They're gonna start singing? Yep. I felt it coming.
Things that you would not do at home.
The best thing.
Boy, the sets are pretty elaborate. I mean, you can tell this is probably filmed inside of a studio by the background. And it's definitely a wall and fake trees back there. But the shore, it's like, they're trying to make that island look distant. In reality, it's like right there. They really went all out back then. Stop running away from me. Whoa. Throw in the water. I like how nobody's out here. You should have like people walking by going, what are these people dancing to? Whoa. Stop dancing. We gotta go.
What is this, the best 2 out of 3? We better change for the last number.
I'll see you after the show.
The sheriff's here. The warrant to arrest both of you.
The landlord claims we burned a hole in the rug, and he's trying to hold us up for $200.
And on top of that, we sneaked our bags out of our room.
You girls go and pack. Bob and I'll take care of this.
We're practically strangers.
Well, we'd like to take care of that, too. We'll go back to the office and install the sheriff.
But, Mr. Davis...
And tell him the girls have to finish the show or something. Hey, Bob, the girls are in a jam. We'll have to help them.
What's the beef?
Well, come on, some way.
Come on, what are you getting me into, kid? Jeez.
Let's just say we're doing it for an old pal in the Army.
Well, it's not good, but it's a reason.
Will you go on? You kids get down to the station, hop on a train.
Here, Phil.
Here. Take these. Now get going. Come on.
We can't take your tickets.
We'll pay you back. Oh, where can we reach you?
Oh, don't worry. We'll be in touch.
They're going to Vermont. We know this.
Open the door. Bye.
For the holidays. Was he specific as to where? In Vermont?
But I can't stall him much longer.
Well, we've got to give the girls 5 or 10 minutes start. Come on, Bob. I think this will work.
Well, I got a feeling I'm not going to like it.
Let's just say we're doing it for a pal in the Army, yeah.
It's a good reason.
Ladies and gentlemen, an impromptu surprise for you.
What's the surprise?
The Haynes sisters.
Just kidding.
Sisters, sisters.
Are they singing?
Never had to have a chaperone.
Pretty good at singing like them.
All kinds of weather, we stick. Yeah, my man.
Guess they were really laughing.
Hey, you!
Why are they running? You could just say like, oh, they asked us to go on for them.
Open up!
Done it again.
Boy, girl, boy,
Let's
girl.
go.
Over the head. Where are you opening?
Adios.
This is the right car, but...
You say you have space on this train?
Hey, show them the ticket.
I gave them to the ladies,
I don't seem to have them. Maybe you got them, Bob.
Me?
Well, they're
but I gave them to the ladies.
gone. I must have left them in my girdle.
Every available space on this train is occupied.
How much are 2 fares to New York?
$97.
Dear Lord.
How much more to Vermont?
Vermont, who cares? Who's going to...
The ladies.
We are. I mean, we should.
Oh, really? You're gonna hide from the guys who saved your caboose? Train pun.
You get me involved with the sheriff. I almost lose my life trying to catch a train. You wouldn't take away my nice, warm bed. And you wouldn't do this to old Bob, would you?
That's what gentlemen do.
I'm going down there to drawing room A. I'm going to open up that door. And if I find those 2 Haynes sisters in there, I'm going to take them by the hair. And with these 2 hands, I am absolutely...
Oh, Mr. Wallace, how can we ever thank
Oh.
Well, it was just wonderful of you.
Wasn't there something you,
won't you have a drink or a sandwich or something?
Yeah, this is cozy. Boy, girl, girl, boy.
We're not staying in New York. We're booked for over the holidays.
Where?
The Columbia Inn, Pine Tree, Vermont.
Oh. Is that why you wanted to do Vermont?
Should be beautiful this time of the year in Vermont. All that snow and everything.
Yeah.
Very beautiful. Just what we need.
Oh, wonderful. Could you come up for a couple of days?
Sure.
Well, I don't know.
I wish you could. It'd be awfully nice.
If you insist.
Snow-covered slopes, skiing, stemming and the plotzing and the shushing, hot buttered rum, light on the...
I need to do that once. Just go, you know what? I'm going somewhere. No plan.
Snow, snow,
Snow, snow.
This is a song?
for we'll all be there with snow, snow.
What a word. Snow.
That seem to be built of snow.
Snow.
What is Christmas?
I'm gonna say the effects have got horrible.
I'll soon be there with snow.
Snow.
Coming into Pine Tree. You wound up with the shelf, huh? Must have lost the toss. Let me help you down.
Ooh. A moment. Let go of me.
Strategy's a little obvious.
You don't really mind, do you? Well, will you leave it to me? I've got a whole plan worked out.
Two people falling in love, hatching a plan for other people to fall in love. What a plan.
I think we took the wrong train.
What?
Well, it's all green out here.
Still in Carolina.
What kind of Christmas is this? Nothing white about it.
Oh, this is warmer than Florida, huh?
Where's the beach?
Where's the beef? That's what I thought they said.
Is this Vermont, New England's winter playground?
We haven't had snows since Thanksgiving.
Great. If we had internet, we would have known this.
Gosh, I hope I can take the electric blanket back.
Where you got that?
Under the underwear.
Look at that old Woody. Cool to have a car like that, partially made of wood. Oh, guests. Hooray.
Welcome to Columbia Inn. Any room in the inn, including mine.
Oh, we're not here as guests.
Friend and I guess. We came up for the snow. Where you keeping?
During the day. Well, are things really that bad?
Well, if the girls are leaving, I'll just get the luggage here. General Waverly.
Wait a minute.
Sir.
At ease. We just try to keep the general part quiet.
Whoa. Salute.
Private Davis, sir.
At ease, Davis.
General Waverly. A janitor.
Thought I'd make it, huh?
Oh, yes, sir.
Matter of fact, it's worse than that.
Oh, dear.
A landlord.
He got it in a shrewd business move.
My housekeeper, Miss Emma Allen. My granddaughter, Susan.
Hey, Susan.
Besides, there'll be 6 inches of snow tonight. We'll be full up tomorrow.
I bet you on Christmas Eve or day or who knows, it'll snow. I bet you.
Your first performance is tonight at 8 o'clock. Be there or I'll sue.
I bet Danny Kaye and Bing Crosby will want to stick around and try to bring in a crowd. Make their general proud.
Many men have tried to split us up, but no one can.
You think with less snow on the road, people would be out and about? I guess not.
And Lord help the sister.
Oh, and see how unhappy he is.
We ate and then he ate.
Sisters?
Well, at least there's some people there. Right, since you're paying for a full band, I bet it's rather expensive to have entertainment.
Isn't this awful? It's like taking money under false pretenses.
He's advancing right into bankruptcy.
How deep's he in here?
He sunk everything.
Uh.
To be a grist mill and a barn, now it's a Tyrolean haunted house.
Well, we know what we're doing for the movie. We're gonna save this end.
We're going to New York in the morning.
New York? We've got to stay up here and dream up some way of getting people to come into this place.
We'll put on an act.
But if you ask me, what this place really needs is a dynamite act.
Do our old nightclub act, fit the girls in here and there. Might be wonderful. What do you say?
Young lady, get me the New York operator, huh?
What's the plan?
I don't know what he's up to, but he's got that Rodgers and Hammerstein look again. Not bad, but always expensive.
Yeah, the whole show set, costume.
The tab, how much?
What's this gonna set us back?
Ooh.
How much is wow?
Well, it's worth it if it's for your general, yeah?
It's right in between ouch and boing.
Wow. I'm right behind you.
Like any decent, self-respecting housekeeper, I listened in on the other phone. I just don't know what to say.
He thought of it.
Oh, well, it was a lovely thought.
Whoa.
Wow.
Hey, Mal. And then she blows her nose.
Check in the lobby for your room numbers.
What the hell is all this? I guess he borrowed his Jeep back from the war.
That's right, that's it.
Move that lumber over, fellas. Take it over on the other side.
Montage. Minstrel number? What? What does that mean?
I'd rather see a minstrel show.
Okay, what's minstrel mean back then? Because it can't mean what I'm thinking. Well, evidently a minstrel show is one of a blackface, which people are not painted in blackface in this show, but I do remember Holiday Inn having that sort of show.
Mr. Interlocutor.
What is wrong with you?
Hello.
Make it handy.
I tell you, the dance numbers on this movie are just super elaborate. Not including, the musical number. Everything about it is just very elaborate in comparison to a lot of recent shows that I've seen. Hell of an orchestration going on, just on all fronts. Whoa! Boy, she is doing a lot. Bet she was huffing and puffing at the end of this. All right, for 3 people.
This will bring business in, Grandpa.
Well, you should be getting paid just for all these people staying here.
There's a minister hand.
Oh, yeah, but you gotta... There's a minister hand. Isn't that better?
Yes,
Oh, they're having another moment. That's one thing I've noticed about the music in this. They'll sing the lyrics, have an entire show for it, and then they'll kind of keep the song kind of going with them kind of singing it under their breath, as if they're going over that song on their head before the next tune shows up.
They say if you eat something right before you go to bed, it helps to, drains the blood from the head in case you're thinking of anything or anybody or...
That's not true. Actually, they say it's really bad for you to eat before going to bed. It's better to go to bed on an empty stomach.
because if I don't get something to eat, you won't go to sleep. Good night.
Good night. Have fun making out with Bing Crosby in the kitchen, but he's in there now. Yes, plan is working.
Hi.
Well, hello there.
Hello. What's doing? New England blue plate or the, not as flashy as Toots Shores probably, but I think you find the prices right.
For free?
Now, if I have a ham and cheese on rye like that, I dream about a tall, cool blonde. Turkey? Dream about a brunette.
What about liverwurst?
Dream about liverwurst. We'll gather around the fire, huh? Isn't this nice?
Wonderful.
Glad you came?
I can't understand what's wrong with me. I usually don't have any trouble sleeping.
Well, you've come to the right fella here.
I'll get you to sleep.
I have a theory about that, too. Would you like to hear it?
Very much.
Sing it to you.
I count my blessings instead of sheep, counting your blessings.
I don't know, I always had a problem singing to somebody, like looking them dead in the eye and just singing the song. Maybe it's because I don't sound like Bing Crosby.
Just count your blessings instead of sheep.
Oh, kiss time. Oh, yeah. Really? It's the middle of the night.
Just after a little something for a sweet tooth. I see you beat me to it.
You still haven't eaten anything.
I know exactly what I'm going to dream about tonight.
Good for you.
All right. When are y'all gonna kiss?
Those are cumulus clouds, elevation 7,000 feet.
Wouldn't be surprised if it snowed overnight.
I want to tell you something I haven't even told the women folks.
What's that?
I'm going back in the Army. Applied for active duty. Expect a letter from Washington any day now.
Oh, Smoke, I'm really on the boil.
And more than likely they'll say, we don't need you, sir. And it'll make them feel down.
Here it is, from Washington, too.
It looks like the one. It's... Read it, son. Slowly.
Okay.
I'm going to play trombone a little, too, but see if I can get... Your amusing letter was appreciated more than...
Amusing.
Of course, you got plenty of time to be amusing. You always were a lucky stiff, and I envy you. A few years more, I was saying to Edie the other evening, and I'll be able to take it easy like old Tom.
He doesn't like that.
People have all the luck. Everything's fine here. Carol had the mumps, which is...
The rest of the letter is about the family. He's telling me that, well, they can't use me. Bob, it wouldn't be too hard to learn this game of horseshoes.
Begging your pardon, sir, but there's really a lot to be said for leisure. In time...
Never kid a kidder, son. See you later.
Yeah, leave it alone.
Heard of how you gonna get a whole division up here by Christmas Eve?
Well, so we don't get a whole division, but there must be enough guys in New England alone from the old man's outfit to fill a town this size. At least enough.
How do you get the word out, especially back in the day? The day being 1954.
Take 5 days to put the show on, isn't it?
That's right.
Well, how are we gonna get in touch with all the fellas?
Television, Ed Harrison. I'm gonna go put a call into him now.
I think it's impossible, ridiculous, and insane.
Anything else?
Yeah. Wish I'd thought of it first.
I bet everybody will show up. Because once you get the word out to a few guys, and those few guys know a few guys, and those guys know a few guys, and boom, Then we have the whole entire regiment.
Oh, sure. Ed Harrison television.
Choreography. Well, this is an odd dance. It's like stare right into the camera. Singing?
The theater. Instead of dance, it's choreography.
Hello, legs. Surely being that quick about it? I don't think so. Yep, definitely a lot of dancing and singing in this movie. I respect it, but when it comes to watching cinema, it's not my favorite. But I know there's a lot of hard work that goes right into everything that's going on the screen that I'm seeing right now, so I have a hard time keeping rhythm, so that's why I completely respect everything that I see. Huzzah.
Ed, I know it's a long shot, but there's no other way to reach the men in a hurry.
Oh, I love the idea of doing something for the old man. Put the whole show on TV. I'll come up there myself.
Thanks, Ed, but that's not the idea.
Put the show on the whole network right from Pine Tree. Play it up big. All about how you're playing Santa Claus to the old man. You know, it would be worth over $100,000 in free advertising for you and Phil.
Did you get the gist of that?
Sorry, but that's out. We're not commercializing on the old man's hard luck. No chance.
You missed the best part of that whole entire speech.
Show and make a little pitch. See you Sunday night then. Bye.
Take it upstairs, Susan.
Was there a telegram for me?
What? Oh, yeah. It's an offer from the Carousel Club in New York. Anytime you and Judy are available. To steam. No, I'm thinking of turning in my uniform. Knows in other people's business, and eventually you find out things you wish you hadn't. You know the boys are planning to put this whole show on television.
Television?
Right from schmaltz, I think they called it. They're even going to put the General on.
It's not true. Guys are jumping to conclusions.
Of course, you know it means over $200,000 worth of free publicity.
100,000. Man, get that right.
Emma, Bob wouldn't be involved in a thing like that.
Hi, Betty. Have you seen Bob? Do you know whether he made that phone call in New York or not, Emma?
The television's entered the picture.
Oh, well, then he worked it out, huh? It's a great little angle, isn't it?
Betty, that was Bob. He's waiting to rehearse in the dining room. Hi, Aunt. How about some lunch?
I'm not hungry.
But Betty, you
I
did...
said I'm not hungry.
What's with her?
I'm not sure.
What's the matter? Bad key for you?
Look, I don't think I'm right for this song.
Say what's on your mind. Get it out there in the open. But you won't. We gotta have a finale somehow, right?
What I'm trying to say is I don't feel like doing this song. I don't want to do the song. In fact, I'm not sure I'd want to do the show.
You sleep well last night or what?
I'd rather not discuss last night, if you don't mind.
Just a simple little kiss. Nobody signed a contract.
I mean, you shouldn't mix fairy tales with liverwurst and buttermilk. Why is everybody suddenly so concerned about my eating habits?
Let's get off the merry-go-round. Now, if you got something to say, say it. Look, Betty, I've got no time for games. You gonna sing the song or not?
Is that all, Mr. Wallace?
Yes, that's all, Miss Haynes.
Okay. Well, glad we got all that and not the open. Meeting went well.
She's in love.
Well, if that's love, somebody goofed.
She'll never get involved with anyone until I'm married. Or
Well, let's get married.
something real fast.
That's ridiculous. Even if it made any sense at all, you're up here in the wilderness. There's nobody around.
There's you.
Who could you find up here to get yourself
You.
engaged to?
Someone that I know.
Oh, that always helps.
Yeah.
Sure, where you gonna find such a Superman?
You.
Me?
You're not exactly Superman, but you're awfully available. I mean, I'm not exactly repulsive.
Of course.
He's nervous.
And you do find me gay, amusing, good company, fun to be with. Just to skip it. I was only thinking of Betty and Bob.
Look, it'd only be temporary, huh?
Will it, Dal?
Let me figure this out now. It would only last 2 or 3 weeks at the worst. At the most, I mean. Well, okay, it's a deal.
Handshake? How about a kiss? Come on. Come on. On the house. Everything's free? It's not good business. What a joke.
Isn't it a wonderful party?
Bob?
Huh?
Would you like to dance?
I'm game if you are.
Rope, they're gonna switch partners.
Happen while you're dancing. Friendly on the floor.
Wait a minute. This is not what we wanted.
Even guys with 2 left feet. Mr. Herring, this Miss Lennis.
How do you do?
Mutual, I'm
Ooh. Y'all should talk. Maybe have a conversation.
I don't know what whether the best things happen while you're dancing or whether they just happen in Vermont. Well, what I'm trying to say is that Judy and I are engaged.
What? All right. But will it stick?
Happened to me.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm so happy for you.
Well, I hoped you would be.
Why are you sad?
You realize you're getting the best girl in the whole wide world.
Congratulations, kids. Well, you're going to settle down, huh, Buster? The pipes?
Stand there. Aren't you going to kiss the bride?
Kiss the... Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, in some ways, you're far superior to my Cocker Spaniel.
It's kind of degrading, but whatever. It's funny.
Champagne?
Here. The buttermilk and liverwurst and getting things back to where they were yesterday.
Well, at least say what's on your mind. All right, go after her. See what the deal is.
I know we always said we'd never break up the act, but well, we both
She's
knew
crying.
that someday one of us, or now that I'm taken care of, you don't have to feel responsible for me anymore. Feel free now to go ahead and do it. Isn't that true? Betty, honey? Are you asleep?
No, she's crying. Drop her off at the train station.
When you get back to the inn, would you give this to Judy?
I can't help feeling this is a tactical error.
No, General. This is a private war.
Good luck.
Oh, sure, I know about that. But on Christmas Eve, we're going to have a lot of special trains coming in here from. Can you handle it okay?
How's she gonna find out the truth?
Oh, Betty! What's this? Where do you think you're going?
I'm going to New York. I've got a job.
You got a job where?
Goodbye.
I didn't mean what you...
That sucks. I'm sure she'll find her way back to the show, but how? Well, he's got a lot of energy. So does she. I mean, she's had a lot of energy this whole entire movie.
Excuse me, Judy. It's for you. From Betty. She gave it to Grandpa at the station.
What?
Phil? Phil?
She left.
How could you be stupid enough to try a stunt like this? Phony engagements and messing around with people's lives. Sometimes I wish the wall had fallen on you.
Don't say that.
It's always that she's been a kind of a mother hen.
Yeah, we wanted the mother hen to leave the roost so that the little chick could...
I'm going to New York and try and square it with Betty. You might have been stuck with this Weirdsmobile for life.
Judy! I'll keep him away from that television set if I have to break my arm.
Well, break your arm, your ankle, or your neck, but don't break anything valuable, huh?
Okay, Bob, you can depend on me.
We're just gonna bypass the entire journey, and we're already here at the Carousel Club.
Have a table all ready for you, sir.
Oh, good.
That'd be nice to have perks. You just walk in there and like, I know you. You get our special table.
Mr. Wallace?
Good. I'm expecting Eddie Harrison, too.
You? What are you doing here?
Oh, it's a wonderful number, honey. Come on, let's do it. Please do.
Ooh, what's the number?
Love, hadn't a chance, and I'm through.
Don't look in his direction.
Send me a Joe who had winter and snow in his heart.
I sometimes wonder when I see these random people who just step in, these guys with their backs to the camera, like, where do their careers go? I'm sure I can find out, but I don't feel like digging.
My one love affair didn't get anywhere, as they say in the song.
I gotta say, this is probably the first time I've seen a Rosemary Clooney movie. I can't state whether I've seen one or not, but I'm looking through her IMDb and I can't seem to find one. She was in Frasier. One episode, played a voice. I did see that episode. What are you doing here?
What brings you here?
Oh, I had a little business to take care of. Sort of boils down to this. Run out of town because Judy and Phil's engagement was phony. I figure out some way to get rid of any barriers between you and the altar.
Just shows you how foolish people can be.
Yeah. Two of us are having some laughs together, and right away we're in love with each other. Well, they're sorry about it now. And Judy wants you to come back. Matter of fact, I'd like to see you come back myself. I'd like to do all I can to get him back up there again for you.
Bob, come on, it's 8:30.
Oh, this is Ed Harrison. Miss Haynes?
How do you do?
Looks like I got a scoot. What about tomorrow?
No, I'll be busy all day.
Come on, will you?
What'll I tell Judy?
Well, I don't know. I'll have to think.
My God, figure out the truth, damn it.
Think Phil will be able to keep the old man away from the television set?
She'll hear the radio announcement and then go, "Oh my God, I've been a moron."
You have the right station?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure. It'll be a very good show tonight, huh?
General, come quickly. It's a terrible thing. Phil, down the stairs. I tell you, it's an awful thing. Ruth!
Did you fall downstairs?
Yes, sir. Probably just a small compound fracture, sir.
Put your weight on it.
My weight.
He's gonna overact. Kind of.
Let's just go back in here and you can watch the television.
Wouldn't want to faint in front of the women, sir.
For the G.I. Josephs who were in the war, and it's not so hard to understand. They all get a job, but a general no one hires. They fill his chest with metal while he's across the phone.
She's watching.
Like Eddie told you, that song is for the 151st Division. I hope a lot of you guys were listening because I have something I want you to do for me. I know it's murder asking you to leave your homes on Christmas Eve, and nobody connected with the show is getting anything out of it.
I messed up.
Chance to give the nicest Christmas gift he'll ever get, the nicest guy we'll ever know. Synchronize your watches then for Operation Waverly.
Look at that. They'll all show up for him. It's a reunion.
Hey, listen, man. When I give you the signal, I want you to fall in single file, huh? Okay, boy.
How could you have sent all my suits to the cleaners?
You've only got 2.
Why can't you wear your uniform?
Yes. Very well. I'll explain to Bob and Phil that you didn't care to come to the show tonight.
Not a soldier.
I got along very well in the Army without you.
It took 15,000 men to take my place. Susan?
I'm here to be a part of the show and make up with you. We will be together forever now.
Welcome home, Betty.
I'd jump all over her and go, "I left because of you, bitch. If you didn't eavesdrop and give me the wrong information, this never would have happened." It would have been much of a movie, I guess.
Such a mean old biddy. I'd break right down and cry.
It's a Christmas miracle. He's in uniform.
Grandpa,
You look great.
you look wonderful.
Still fits after 9 years.
Stand hut!
Brings a tear to my eye. 10 years. I guess they went 1 year ahead. It should be 1955.
We'll follow the old man wherever he wants to go.
Unless we're going by when they started in 1944, which makes more sense.
Because we love him. We love him.
Troops are ready for inspection, sir.
I am not satisfied with the conduct of this division. Well, you're wrong. Neckties will be worn in this area. You're soft, you're sloppy, you're unruly, you're undisciplined. And I never saw anything look so wonderful in my whole life. Thank you all.
All right, when are we going to get the people to kiss and make up?
When I was mustered out, I thought without a doubt.
Hey, you're here.
I wish I was back in the army.
G.
That's pretty funny.
With longing in their eyes. I wish I was back in the army now.
Huzzah. What? What's the meaning of this? It's snowing! I knew it would snow. I mean, hell, it's called White Christmas for a reason.
Oh, Buster, looky here.
Isn't this great?
It's a White Christmas.
We may get snowed in here now. Boy, this is
It's picturesque.
Keep a nice straight line when you're out there. Don't go straggling all over the stage. How's your voice? Give me a nice clear tone. Let me hear it. Okay, now turn around. We're going to go on.
To Bob from Betty.
Keep the candles up. Keep them way up high.
I'm dreaming
It's a duet.
where the treetops
What did she send me? What kind of gift did she give me? Oh, a knight in shining armor. Is this for me?
Welcome to the family, Buster.
Look at this, relatives already, huh?
Take the show to Chicago, Boston.
I can't make it. I'm going to be very busy.
Wait a minute, I'll join you.
Oh, we're all getting together. This feels like the end coming up. The end! Over. Well, that was White Christmas, 1954. Enjoyed the heck out of that movie. Very good-hearted film. Made you really want to get into the Christmas spirit after you watch it. Even brought a tear to my eye because of the general and how he had that wonderful moment of all his people coming up from the 151st Regiment that he was a part of, and he was the one that led them into victory, basically. Definitely was one of those moments where it made me go, man, you know, what a wholesome film it ended up being. I mean, of course, I'm not that into the musical aspects of some of these movies. They really went full force into the dancing and the singing and the lyrics and the music and the orchestra. I mean, they were really showing off. I mean, it was like a Broadway show watching this movie and how they were kind of synchronizing each other, and everything was kind of fluid in the way it moved. And I really enjoyed the story altogether, even the love story aspect of it. And I mean, I was sitting there thinking to myself, why don't you just say how you feel instead of just letting them think that you're just being a bitch about it and going to New York because you're having a tantrum about something that nobody knows what the heck's going on. I mean, I would at least kind of give my, reasoning as to why I'm going to New York, but it all worked out in the end. You kind of knew that was going to be the case, and definitely enjoyed the hell of this movie. Might be one I want to revisit sometime in the future. Not sure it's going to be next year or the year after that, but maybe once every few years it would be nice to sit down and watch this movie just to get you into the Christmas spirit. And it definitely did that. When it came to Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye and the rest of the cast, they did a wonderful job. I thought it was just a very wholesome film altogether. Let me know, comment below what you thought of this movie, and let me know also what are some of your favorite Christmas films. I'd love to know a wide array of what you like out there. It would be very much appreciated. Maybe you would name off some movies I probably haven't seen, even though I've probably seen the majority of the Christmas movies out there. But anyways, let's jump into some trivia and see what it took to get this movie off the ground. According to Rosemary Clooney, the midnight snack scene in which Bob Wallace expounds on his theory of what foods cause what dreams was mostly entirely improvised. For the song Gee, I Wish I Was Back in the Army, there is the lyric Jolson, Hope, and Benny, all for free. This is a reference to three-time wartime entertainers Al Jolson, Bob Hope, and Jack Benny. The original words were Crosby, Hope, and Jolson, all for free, but the lyrics were changed because with Bing Crosby in the cast, the original lyric would break the fourth wall. Third of three films to feature Bing Crosby singing White Christmas. The other two are Holiday Inn, 1942, and Blue Skies, 1946. This was the first film photographed in Vista Vision, a radical departure from the other widescreen formats of the era. Vista Vision did not extend the width of the screen as much as it increased the size of the film's area of the negative, producing a significantly clearer and sharper image with less lens distortion and more true-to-life imagery. The 100 or so films shot in VistaVision have been the clearest and most vivid when transferred to high-definition home video formats. Although Dean Jagger was made out to be the old man, Bing Crosby was actually 6 months older than Jagger in real life. In an interview with Rosemary Clooney, once quipped that this could have been a near-perfect movie if only they could have dubbed her dancing. The photo that Vera-Ellen shows to Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye of her brother Benny is actually a photo of Carl Alfalfa Switzer, known for his role of Alfalfa in Our Gang. Switzer also appeared in another classic Christmas film, It's a Wonderful Life. I did not know that. As Donna Reed's suitor, who opens up the gym floor during the high school dance, sending everyone falling into the swimming pool underneath. One of the dancers accompanying Rosemary Clooney is George Chekaris, Previously, he danced alongside Marilyn Monroe during the Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend number in Gentlemen's Preferred Blondes in 1953. He went on to earn the Academy Award for Best Actor in a Supporting Role as Bernardo in West Side Story. Did not know that. Many of the costumes and props for White Christmas are now on display at the Rosemary Clooney House in Augusta, Kentucky. This was 1954's most successful film. The second most successful was The Caine Mutiny, 1954, which featured Rosemary Clooney's husband, Jose Ferrer. Even though Betty was the elder of the Haynes sisters, Rosemary Clooney was actually 7 years younger than Vera-Ellen in real life. Coincidentally, both Clooney and Vera-Ellen were from the Cincinnati, Ohio area. Many of Bob Wallace's more unusual turns of phrase were lifted straight from Bing Crosby's own speech patterns. The train scenes had to be shot on 20th Century Fox, the only studio to house a standing train set. MGM did have one, but it was more of a train station set than a train interior. The Ed Harrison TV show that Bob appears on is a reference to Ed Sullivan's show, which featured known stars, new talent, and vaudeville acts. Ed Harrison was played by John Grant, who did not have a long acting career in the movies, but was the honorary mayor of Hollywood, California, who officiated over the unveilings of stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame from the early 1960s until his death in 2008. Wow, he lived a long life. The song What Can You Do with a General, which Leonard Maltin calls Irving Berlin's least memorable tune, was originally written for an unproduced project called Stars on My Shoulders. And the opening scene, the canvas backdrop behind Bing Crosby singing White Christmas, is of the Vermont town East Corinth. Judy was shorter than Betty, so in an effort to make them even heights for their song numbers, although their shoes were matching, Judy's heels were higher. When Betty and Bob are at the bar for the sandwich scene getting a midnight sack, Crosby says the menu is not the same as Toots Shores. Toots Shores was a real restaurant at 51st Street in New York. It was somewhat of a hangout for show business personalities. Well, that's it for this film. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Continue on watching classic films on this channel as long as following along on my podcast and other commentaries, trivia, and much more. Until next time. See you later.